For nearly the entire 34 years that Lisa Rae Moss spent at Mabel Bassett Correctional Center, a chance of freedom felt out of reach.
It's kind of like you take one step forward in hope and then you take 2 steps backwards because there's always a door that's slamming in your face.
In 1990, she received a life sentence for first-degree murder in the death of her husband, Mike Moss. That step forward Lisa Rae referenced came in January of 2023.
Hi, Rodney. How are you? Thank you for being here as well.
In this never-before-seen footage,
We'll have you all sit down. They might ask you all to introduce yourselves. They might not.
our cameras were the only ones there when the case made it to stage 2 in the commutation process.
Okay, we are here on docket number 162.
Ms. Moss was not present at the time of her husband's murder. If this board does not take action today, Ms. Moss will die in DOC custody. It is only a matter of when.
Her representatives noting the roughly 50 programs that Lisa Rae had completed in prison.
I don't believe it's this board's position or place to relitigate cases. Call for a vote.
Ed Konieczny?
No.
Richard Smotherman?
No.
Kathy Stoker?
No.
Richard Miller?
No.
She was just denied commutation. Every single board member voted no. So they're going to come out.
What is hard is seeing those women every single day at the prison, knowing that sometimes it's just still archaic.
2 years later, they gathered again.
I'm hopeful that, the wheels of justice are going in the right direction now.
The Oklahoma Survivors Act went into effect at the end of August. It requires courts to review and potentially re-sentence cases where intimate partner violence is a significant contributing factor in the crime. For Lisa Rae, it was an opportunity she'd waited decades for.
I still lived in fear even after he was gone. Like, what was going to happen now? And then the attorney said, don't say what happened, don't say why, because then it goes to motive. But there was a motive. Again, there's no justification, there's just an explanation. Doesn't make it right. But nobody wanted to hear our story.
The application for sentencing relief alleges Mike Moss was physically, emotionally, financially, and sexually abusive, and forced her to keep her 5-year-old daughter's sexual abuse at his hands a secret for a period of 6 months.
The fear of leaving is often, for me, I'll speak for myself, it was often more frightening because what's he going to do when he finds me?
She says she confided in her brother, Richard Wright, who later admitted to shooting Moss. Wright claimed at Lisa Rae's trial that he acted alone, and instead of going to trial himself, he pleaded guilty. Both of the siblings would be found responsible.
And I remember turning around and looking at my parents who were right behind me. And my dad kind of shook his head. I didn't know until later, he said at that point he knew. He knew we had lost.
The level of advocacy that she was given at the trial level was not what we would expect today.
Lisa Rae's parents would not live to see her back in court at the beginning of January. This time, the scales of justice would tip in her favor.
There was no other outcome that could have come from what we heard today.
Yeah! We've got the best judges in District 22, and they made a decision that, albeit our victim's family doesn't agree with, the judge believes that they met the evidentiary burden required by the Survivorship Act.
I'm finally able to feel at peace and safe. And like I truly belong.
She's the first person released under the new law, but many are waiting for their turn.
So my initial calculations were about 150 people would receive sentencing relief.
Lisa Rae went from clinging to hope to embodying it.
I don't ever want to be quiet again, ever. I didn't know how to use my voice before, and I will use my voice now.